Alright. In between all that, I did some more fighting, and guess what? I mastered Meridian while I was at it. I do want him to focus on getting more speed. And hold on. There's a thing that I've brought up before. Well, at least that I've looked at. Because there's a That's not it. There we go. Growth rates. So Thief gives more speed, actually. So a mercenary will have higher strength and speed, but less resistance and have about the same amount of just same overall as far as charm goes. Thief gets just more stats all around and doesn't have any detriments, so that would probably be the better choice out of it. I don't have the ability really to go Cavalier yet, since I don't have a C on that. That's not really the important one that I'm wanting anyway. The one I want to get eventually is Paladin, because of that class ability. So we'll get there eventually. But for now, I'm gonna go Thief.
A new path to tread.
We'll change him into that. Claude is still working on his. He's about halfway. So that's good. He's not got the he's not quite there with his skills anyway. We don't have that. Not yet. That would be his next one, probably, other than Archer anyway. So his sword actually needs to be higher along with his authority. Lawrence, fine, I'll stop picking on you. Come here. You can take this exam, pass it, you can be a monk. Yay.
Was there any doubt?
Yes, there was a ton of doubt. Yes, I'm gonna poke fun at Lawrence till the end of this playthrough, and probably beyond, because Lawrence is Lawrence. Alright. Get Raphael to be a fighter. Nice. What's that stat bonus in?
Yeah, I passed.
I mean, it's better than nothing. Let's roll with it. Alright. Ignatz. I'm actually gonna give you... Yeah, I'm gonna give you this. The reason why is I want him to have more speed, and he's not gonna get that as a fighter. He's gonna get more strength, which is good, but it's not exactly where I need it.
I can't believe I did it.
You know what? Let's roll with that. Lysithia, you have mastered Monk. So you're going to be able to become a mage.
perfect comprehension.
There we go. Marianne, you're level 8 and you haven't even begun. I am so sorry. Okay. I do want her to continue to use her spells because I do need her as my primary healer for the moment. So I looked it up, and her frozen tempest or frozen spear attack is based on her dex, and it's frozen lance. She doesn't get a lot of it naturally, so if we're gonna use it, and I don't think we will, but if you are gonna use it, you do want to change her into something that can get a ton of dex. One of those that can actually do that is archers. So if you want to use her as a physical attacker type of person, I wouldn't suggest it. But if you want to, get her to be an archer, that way you can use that special. Because usually the ones that they gain through that capability allows them to do a lot more than just a normal. Like this one, it's a magic attack, and its mount is based on the unit's resistance. So it's her magic against their resistance with a sword. So that's actually pretty good. Petra, you are almost done, I believe. Yes. So she's not quite there, but she's almost there. Also, her dex is getting pretty low. This is kind of a natural thing for her, unfortunately, as a Meridian. There is a way around it, and it's, like I said, making her either a sniper or an archer. Snipers get better benefits for dex. Archers kind of... Yeah, snipers have twice the growth rate for dex. So if you just want to wait till then I'd go for that. But also giving her thief is a good idea too. Also, that makes her absolutely ridiculous. Yuri, you're fine. I am going to change you into a fighter.
Was there ever any doubt?
Nope. Not for you. Constance and then Happy. Happy is not quite there yet. She's a little over halfway to being done, but she's going to become a mage as well. Constance, I wish I could change you. Sorry about that. Let's fix that, actually. I should be able to anyway. Oh yeah, I got plenty of money. It's actually beginner seals. So I'm gonna buy a few of those. And buy a few of those. I saw that. And we're gonna go back here. Yuri, you're fine. Constance, I could turn her into a fighter because of the brawl. Oh boy. Mystic Blow, yeah, a magic attack. That's what I figured it was.
I passed, as I knew I would, of course.
Uh-huh. That enthusiasm says otherwise. It's almost like you didn't think you would pass. Nah. I'm gonna leave it. So, that's the spread right now. I did take Caspar out for a little bit. And obviously you can see Dorothea has not been taken out to fighting. She's very low leveled. Battalion. We're gonna replenish everyone's battalion. Actually, hold on. That's what I figured. Let's have these conversations before we head on out.
Hey there, Claude. Where are you headed? If you need some extra muscle, count me in.
No thanks. Not much need for heightened security at the monastery. Well, most of the time, anyway.
Ish, I can take a hint. I was just trying to help you out. The way I see it, can't do better than cozying up to the Claude von Regan, future leader of the Alliance.
You can get as cozy as you like, but I don't think that'll lower the price on your head.
Couldn't hurt. People trust you. They trust the folks you run with. I could use a little trust in my life.
So you're hoping this newfound trust will trick more people into lending you money? Yeah, count me out. You know, fighting debt with debt won't work, right?
Just as well. If you mess up leading the Alliance, their plan's a bust anyway, so count me out, pal. By the way, Claude, are you really the heir of House Regan?
Yes? That's my current understanding, anyway. Why do you ask?
I've never heard any talk of the last Duke Regan leaving a son behind when he died in that accident. Duke Oswald the Old. Your father? Tall tale if you ask me. And if that's not the case, then who exactly did you get your Regan blood from?
Look at you figuring things out all by yourself. Sorry to say the true story isn't all that interesting. I was born to an offshoot of House Regan. When my crest manifested, I was accepted into the ruling bloodline. That's all there is to it.
Nice try, but I'm not buying it. House Regan produces dukes and leads the whole of the Alliance. Not having an heir is a matter of life and death. Any relative with a crest would be accepted immediately. But no one even knew you existed until fairly recently. It's fishy, Claude. Remarkably fishy.
I think I've finally figured you out. You're working for Lawrence, aren't you?
Here's what I really can't work out. Duke Oswald's only daughter, Tiana? Whatever happened to her? I met her a few times when I was a kid. She was a great lady. Real looker, too, let me tell ya.
I see your mind was just as pure when you were a kid as it is now. How'd you even cross paths with her?
As the legitimate heir of a minor noble house, I got a pretty decent glimpse into high society. Lady Tiana was something special. The stuff of dreams, really. And one day, she just vanished. Poof. Gone. I'll never forget hearing about it.
Wow. So you've had a particular interest in older women since way back when. Sorry, go on.
When my old man told me, I cried buckets. Even Holst lost it.
Holst? As in Holst the Indomitable Alliance General? Huh. I never knew that.
Yeah. And after a while, I heard a strange rumor. Some say Lady Tiana left to live in a far-off land. Once I remembered that, the rest fell into place.
Right. Say, have you considered minding your own business? Isn't that enough of a handful as it is? If you want to have a real discussion sometime, bring me facts. Not a bunch of tired gossip. Deal? Anyway, Teach is waiting for me at the training ground, so I better get going.
Nice try, Claude, but I'm on to you.
Interesting.
Hello, Marianne. You're well, I hope?
I am, Lawrence. Thank you.
I cannot help but notice you do not look it.
Is that so? I feel fine. Was there something you needed?
How unseemly of me. My apologies. It is not my intention to stare.
Does something about me seem off?
Oh, not at all. I was just remembering your father. Or rather, comparing my experience of him to you. Your father, Margrave Edmund. He is one of the shrewdest nobles in all the Alliance, with a noted gift for pointed speech. On and beyond the battlefield, his words have the power to move friend and foe alike. My own father has said he would not want to make an enemy of him. Naturally, I am of the same mind. Your father is blessed with gifts of confidence and eloquence, yet compared to him, you seem always reticent and downcast. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cause you discomfort. It's just that the contrast between you and your father is striking.
I have very little in common with my adoptive father.
But he sent you to Garrick Mach. Clearly, he sees potential in you. I think I see it too. Yes, a certain charm, gravitas, if you will. Just like him. Oh.
I can't say that I know too much about him. I should be going now.
Yes, of course. Please, take care. Oh, such grace, such serenity. How could such a beauty be hiding in plain sight? With a little polish, she would shine magnificently.
Of course, that's Lawrence, thinking of nothing else.
Hey, Ignatz. Sorry to keep you waiting. Ready to start cleaning?
No, that's all right. Actually, I'm just finishing up.
Oh, it's true. Look how tidy everything is. You've done such a marvelous job. I'm glad I didn't get in your way.
Thank you very much. So anyway, you can go now. You were talking to your friend, right? I just have some things to put away. It's okay, I can manage without you.
Oh, Ignatz, I thought I saw someone earlier. That was you, wasn't it? You know, I'd have been willing to help. You could have just said, hey, let's go and clean.
It's all right, you were having a conversation. I didn't want to sneak up like I was eavesdropping, and really, I didn't need help.
Oh, Ignatz, you darling. You're so considerate. Thank you so very much.
Glad to be of service. I'll start putting all this away.
Not so fast.
Well, what's the matter?
Aren't you overdoing it? Don't you think you might be taking on too much,
Oh, I didn't expect to hear that from you.
Let me give you some advice. It's true that I like to delegate as many tasks as I possibly can, but when someone helps me, I make sure to lavish them with praise as a reward for their hard work. So, then we come out even. On the other hand, look what almost happened just now. You did all that work for me, and I almost missed it. Now, where would that leave you? With no praise, no thanks. You'd be losing out.
Personally, I'd prefer to lose out, rather than inconvenience someone else. For instance, I'd have felt terrible for intruding on your important conversation earlier. Consider the negligible loss to me versus the major inconvenience to you. Personal loss is always going to be the better choice, right?
Huh. Well, if that's how you feel, then I'm not sure how to convince you otherwise.
Ignatz is an oddball.
I think I'm gonna pass out. Whoa, Lysithia, you're really pale. Yeah, I've been feeling really queasy all morning. I'm just heading back to my quarters to rest. Can you even make it there in that state? Here, climb on my back. I'll carry you. What? No. I'm not some sort of infant. Always worried about looking like a kid. No time for that now. Just get on. I'm feeling a bit better now. I should be okay from here. Thank you so much, Leonie. I hope I wasn't too heavy. Was I? No, not at all. Actually made for a fun bit of training. Training? Yeah, carrying someone around is good for the legs. You're just the right weight for it, too. I might ask you to help me train again sometime.
Anything can be a kind of training with the right attitude, you know?
Are you always thinking about training?
Well, I can't devote all my time purely to training, so it's more efficient if I can train while I get other stuff done at the same time.
Wouldn't that actually be rather inefficient?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, for example, if you're training for endurance, it seems running would be a better approach. If you're only ever training by cramming it in with other tasks, you won't be getting the best results. I'm no expert on the subject, but even I can logic that one out.
Come to think of it, you do always seem to stick to a pretty rigid schedule, don't you? I've noticed that you focus completely on whatever it is you've set out to do. Then you switch to something else and focus completely on that.
You've noticed, have you?
Now that I think about it, you may be right. Maybe that is the more efficient way to do things. Hey, you're really bright, Lysithia. Thanks so much for the helpful advice.
That was sweet of Leonie to check on me and carry me all the way to my quarters. And in the end, I just lectured her. She did thank me for it, but I probably could have handled that better. Why do I have to organize the library?
And the
I'll get
woods.
in trouble if it's not done, and I can't think of anyone who'd do it for me. Since no one else is around, though, time
Okay,
for
this is
a
one.
little break. What are those sounds? Ha! Yeah! Leonie, always at it. How exhausting that must be. What's this?
Hey, what are you doing? That's mine.
If you leave it lying on the ground, people will think it's trash.
I usually wear it around my neck, but I put it down while I'm training so I don't get sweat all over it.
Well, people won't know that, will they? You should have just left it in your room.
It's a good luck charm. If I don't keep it close by, then what's the point?
How stubborn of you. I will say it looks to be a very well-loved charm.
Captain Gerald gave it to me when I was a kid.
If it's that important to you, you should wash it. Then again, I suppose it is made of wood. Have you considered coating it with resin? That would preserve it nicely. You could even accessorize it, make it look cute.
Thanks, but Captain Gerald made it especially for me. I'd really rather keep it just as it is.
Well, if that's how you feel, I won't argue with you. Me personally, I'd choose a cute necklace over a dirty old charm any day.
I'm sure you would. But Captain Gerald didn't treat me as some young girl. He treated me like a person who mattered and equal. He taught me everything. I don't want to forget his teachings, so I'm going to keep this charm just the way it is.
Huh, what do you know?
How about that?
Hilda, be a dear and spot me some gold, will ya?
Slow down, Balti. You can't be asking for money without so much as a hello. You're kidding, right?
Kidding, yeah. Thing is, I was deadly serious. I don't joke about matters of gold.
Your request is denied. You didn't used to be like this, you know.
I get the feeling you don't mean anything good by that. But come on, I'm the same as I ever was.
No, you used to be dependable. Like that time in the woods near Fodlin's throat. You remember?
Thinking. You sure that was me?
Yes. I had told Holst I wanted to go on a walk in the forest.
Holst never could tell you no.
Few can. Anyway, when the three of us got there, a horde of monsters appeared. I started wailing.
Then what happened?
My brother started hitting one of the beasts with a wooden sword. You hoisted me over your shoulder. Holst told you to get me to safety even if it killed you. So you ran the whole way from the forest to the estate with me on your back.
Ah, I remember it now. Toughest run of my life. I was so exhausted I threw up about a month's worth of lunches afterward.
And then you turned right around and started running back. You said, I've got to save Holst.
A good thing, too. Holst was moments from winding up in that thing's stomach. Had to slam into it, then Holst and I kept punching till the deed was done. Truly a fight to remember.
It was impressive, especially considering you were just teenagers. When you came back, you were just bruised boys in tattered clothes. But to me, you looked like heroes. And now, here you are, a scrounger who can hardly open his mouth without nagging me for money. What happened to that brave little boy who saved me from a monster?
Wow, way to shame a guy. I feel awful. But I still need gold. Can't live without it in this cruel world.
Oh, come on. We both know that when you have money, you drink or gamble it all away. But I suppose I could ask my brother to help pay off your debts, get you back on your feet.
Don't you dare speak to Holst about this. He's a close friend. I'd hate to ruin what we have by borrowing gold.
Oh, but you have no qualms about using his little sister? Figured I'd be an easy mark, is that it? Unbelievable.
That could have gone better.
That's an understatement. Oh, gosh.
Hey, Coco. How are you?
Happy! What in the world has gotten into you?
You want to be jealous? There's plenty more around.
Happy, it would be easier to understand you if your mouth was less stuffed. Kindly finish what you are eating and then say your piece.
My pleasure.
Nothing better than fresh pastries. You sure you don't want one, Coco?
It's not about whether I want a bun or not. It's about your atrocious manners. Walking around with your arms and jaws stuffed full of unwrapped pastries? There are crumbs all over your lips, your clothes. You've left a trail of them behind you. Unacceptable!
Hey, I paid for them. I can eat them however I want. Sure you don't want a bite? If you don't have any, I'm just gonna eat them all. You have to try them fresh out of the oven if you want the full effect. Pretty soon they'll get cold. Oh, I'll explain in noble speak so you understand. They have a crisp, oven-browned exterior and a sophisticated, spongy sweetness lying within. Not interested? That's fine. More for me.
I was going to say, not so fast. Spare one for me, but only because you insisted. It would be rude of me to decline an offering made in good faith. One must mind one's manners.
You're really dragging this out. Here, I'll make it easy for you. Open up.
Wait, don't you?
Not bad, right?
I could not, in good conscience, acknowledge this as anything but delicious.
Now you have crumbs all over you, too. Your form could use a little work. Next time, stuff the whole thing in your mouth at once. That's the proper way to eat a snack like this. If you ate this at some stuffy party, cutting it into sensible little bites, the experience would be ruined.
I see your point. There are more types of dining in this world than I was ready to allow for. You've won me over.
Let's eat them while we head to the cathedral and litter the ground with crumbs.
A capital idea! Wait, no! At the cathedral? You've lost me again, Happy.
Oh, that was too good. Oh, man. It's funny because when I was doing the monastery type of stuff, it was hilarious because I did a meal with the two of them, and the thing that goes on between them is Constance making it like being ill-mannered about Happy. It's like your table manners are terrible kind of thing. Oh gosh, that was good. That was good. That was a funny, extremely funny. Little bit there.
Thank you so much.
That's gonna be a funny support conversation.
It really is an honor to accompany Catherine, wielder of Thunderbrand. I hear you're intimidating enough to silence the howling winds.
You mean you don't know? My weapon is called Thunderbrand. It's one of the hero's relics. A long, long time ago, the goddess bestowed divine weapons upon 10 heroes, which were passed down to their descendants. It's an honor to wield, but I'm afraid there won't be any chance for that today. Our mission is to help clean up the aftermath, not to fight.
Why would Lord Lonato incite such a reckless rebellion? He had to have known he had no chance of winning.
It all goes back to the tragedy of Dusker.
You must be joking. Where have you been traveling that news of it didn't reach you? It happened about 4 years ago. The king of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus was murdered by the people of Dusker. That about covers it, right?
To put it simply, yes. But there's more to that story. They had accomplices within the kingdom as well. Lord Lonato's son, Kristoff, was one of them, and so he was handed over to the church for execution. King Lambert was attempting a major political reform. Needless to say, he had many enemies. Whatever the truth behind that incident may be, Lord Lonato has harbored resentment toward the church ever since. Well, to be more specific, his grudge isn't only against the church. It's also against the one who turned Kristoff over to them.
Report! The enemy is approaching. They can't be avoided. Their numbers are far greater than we predicted. They use the fog to slip past the Knight's perimeter.
It looks like our mission just changed, Professor. Everyone, prepare for battle!
So that's it. That's why I've picked to kind of show all these different cutscenes and whatnot in the part 1, mainly because it changes quite a bit, just depending on who you have, because they'll talk a little bit differently, mention different things, and it's an interesting take on it, honestly. Caspar, buddy, pal, unfortunately you are incredibly weaker than I'd like you to be right now. I'll actually bring Balthus as a fighter. Let's bring Dorothea. Yeah. Continue to have constants there. So... Don't need that. Yeah, put up that one. Petra, you put up that. I'm curious, because I don't... Yeah, they can't. Sorry. Huh. I'm gonna do hand axe for a little bit of range there. Alright. Should be good.
With this fog, it's impossible to tell where the enemy might be, or how many of them there are. The enemy could be trying to surround us, but they shouldn't have enough soldiers to form a tight circle. Take down anyone who breaks through the fog, and let's push through!
The conditions are the same for both sides, but we're at a disadvantage for not knowing the terrain.
Proceed with caution. Wait for them to enter your field of view.
Stay focused. Thank you.
Alright.
Me? I will
Get
get the victory.
everyone a little bit of a
I'll give
buff
it my
up
all.
for this.
Let's get to it.
Who, me?
I know there's somebody over in this direction. Yep.
Yep.
Let me at him.
Leave it to me.
Ready and willing.
Let's get rid of this guy.
Lord Lenato doesn't deserve such sadness and anger. Now it's your turn to suffer.
Why, Lenato? Why did you drag so many others into this?
You think we're just gonna do nothing while you try to kill our lord?
Predictable.
And that was incredibly dumb. I love how I don't have to see them to do that now. That damage. That's insane. I'm not gonna worry about using a heal on that. Bring in people slowly in this direction. Yeah. I don't know how efficient that's going to be, but we'll see. She was able to get both attacks in. That's good.
Thanks for that.
Alright, let's see what they do. Probably not much. Other than be incredibly dumb, apparently.
No hesitation.
Apparently she had nothing to say.
It's over.
I still love that kick. somebody. We're doing this again. Jeez. I know where that dark mage is, so I'm not gonna go at him quite yet. Alright,
Thanks.
let's get you healed up.
Yeah.
Rusted sword. Not really all that helpful.
I won't let you anywhere near Lord Lonato.
I seriously thought I heard a plane outside. I was like, wait a minute, what? I don't know. That could have been the case, that may not have been the case. I don't know. But regardless, we need to deal with this.
Pull out all the stops.
Just take care of it. And here we are once again.
It's you. Thunderstrike Cassandra. It was your wretched zealotry that killed my son!
The only name I answer to is Catherine. Prepare to taste the blade of one who serves the goddess. Now you face a knight of Theros!
The fog is cleared. There's nothing left to hide you or the filthy Central Church from the judgment of the goddess.
There we go. Constance has leveled up. Pitifully, but she leveled up. Yeah, it's just her that needs some help.
Oh, nice!
Watch and learn.
I mean, I don't know why anyone would choose to attack Byleth at this point, because good grief. Dude's a wrecking machine. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna have Violet head this way.
Lord Lenato, please don't die.
The nobles start the war, but it's the commoners who spill their blood first.
Yeah.
I owe ya.
I forget. Okay. There you go, Happy.
Predictable.
25 crit is kind of silly. Not a whole lot going on, but there we go.
Sorry.
That works. Don't have to worry about you attacking Leone.
Watch and learn.
Try again.
No hesitation.
Let's have her head down. Happy you can take that. That's a rusted lance. Alright.
No time like the present.
It's time.
Well, that actually hit. It's a 30% chance, but nope.
Try to keep up.
Oh, another one? Jeez, that didn't hit. I thought it actually was going to. Nothing Happy can do.
Now's our chance.
Just get rid of all the nonsense in the middle and we'll be fine. He's actually pretty good as a... with his speed index there. Alright. Oh, that's not being helpful at all. Well, he got healed for all the damage that happened. It wasn't much, so I'm not too surprised by it or anything. Catherine, could you not be that close?
You have been deceived by that witch. I will show you the truth.
Oh, so it's like she attacked but didn't have to pay for it. Nice.
Stand down, Ash. I must destroy these evildoers by any means necessary.
Please surrender, Lenato. Whatever your reasons for doing this, we can still talk it out.
Rhea is an infidel who has deceived the people and desecrated the goddess. We have virtue and the goddess herself on our side.
Even if all that's true, dragging the townsfolk into it like this isn't right.
Enough. If that is how you feel, prepare yourself. I'm putting an end to this.
I'll back you up.
Victory will be ours.
It's in. I don't think we got that last time, so that's an interesting kind of just look into the what was going on between the two of them. Gosh, I feel bad that I feel bad every time I do this mission because it's like, man, there's so much going on that even after playing as much as I have of this game, I still don't understand why he would have thought this way. I have my ideas, but still. Does Claude say anything? No? Yeah.
That Stop. Forgive me.
Lonato,
I never thought I'd see Lonato meet this fate. Well done, everyone. Let's gather our troops and go.
Yeah, it's just as much as a somber moment as it was beforehand. It's just kind of like, good grief. I'll save it there.
Nice work, Teach. Still, that fight left a foul taste in my mouth. That aside, did you see how Catherine fought? Agreed. I thought the power of the hero's relics must be exaggerated, but I was clearly wrong. Makes you wonder about that legend.
Which legend?
Oh, it's nothing. Just the usual fanciful nonsense. An ancient relic that once cut a mountain in half with a single swing. That's what they say, anyway. But as amazing as Thunderbrand is, I don't think it fits that description. Apparently, relics can harness tremendous power for those with a compatible crest. Though you can technically use one so long as you have any crest at all. Yeah, I don't know. Long story short, I'd like to try cutting a mountain in half someday.
Ooh, are you talking about relics? You'll be able to use one soon, Claude. I just know it. After all, you've already been selected as the next head of House Regan.
Easy there, Hilda. I don't know how apt soon is. My grandfather is still unbearably healthy. Oh, is this news to you, Teach? Yours truly was recently recognized as a legitimate child of House Regan. They possess one of the hero's relics too, though I've yet to see it.
Just recently?
I officially joined House Regan only last year. Before then, I lived with my father. When I learned that my mother was the daughter of an Alliance noble, I was so surprised I thought the whole world was pulling a fast one on me for a week.
So that means your mother is Duke Regan's daughter, right? Where is she now?
I can't say. My mother's currently living in a different world than the one she grew up in and has no desire to return home.
Okay. You sure have a lot of secrets, don't you?
I'm just keeping a promise to my parents. Make of that whatever you will. In exchange for my so-called secrecy, I'm free to do as I please. Which is why I decided to see what the other side of my family was like. That's how I found out about this strange crest I bear.
Professor, Claude, it sounds like the troops will be withdrawing soon. We should return as well.
We won. We should be celebrating. Instead, we're heading back with heavy hearts.
Whoa there, what's the matter? You look as sad as a kitten without any yarn. If we hadn't done what we did, the rebel army would have followed this road all the way to the monastery. And they would have crushed all the little villages along the way. We stopped that from happening. You should be proud.
Sorry to intrude, but this incident may be more serious than anticipated. I found this on Lord Lonato. It's a note that mentions a plan to assassinate Lady Rhea. We can't tell who sent it, so the source is suspect, but the content is too disturbing to ignore. We must report this to Lady Rhea right away. I hope that it's nothing.
Well, we know
I'm
how it
glad to
actually
see
is.
that you have returned safely. The goddess is gracious with her divine protection. But it was not only her divine protection that shielded you, was it? You are just as skilled as I had hoped. There is no need for modesty. I heard some of the students were hesitant about fighting militia. However, we must punish any sinner who may inflict harm upon believers, even if those sinners are civilians. I pray the students learned a valuable lesson about the fate that awaits all who are foolish enough to point their blades towards the heavens.
Our real concern is what Catherine reported. The secret message that was in Lord Lonato's possession. It contained a deplorable plot to target the Archbishop on the day of the goddess's rite of rebirth. The plan seems unrealistic at best. But a threat is a threat. We must maintain constant vigilance. To that end, I would like for you and your students to help with security on the day of the ritual.
That is most reassuring. You have my gratitude.
The rite of rebirth is of paramount importance. It is when the Church of Seros and its believers unite to pray for the return of the goddess. The Archbishop and I will be confined to the Goddess Tower once the ritual begins. Of course, the Knights will be on high alert as well. But there aren't enough of them to keep watch on every corner of the monastery.
Hold on. Isn't that the same rite that, what's his name, Alfric tried to do to revive Byla's mother? I don't know.
It is far
That's
from
weird.
ideal to be forced to mobilize students, but the gravity of this situation requires that we all bend to avoid breaking.
While there is no need to fear for my safety, we cannot turn a blind eye to those who would blaspheme so heinously.
With any luck, this will all be for naught. Still, be on your guard.
Anyway, that will be it for this chapter. So, in the next one, we will continue on with chapter 4. And I believe that's the one where we go see Sylvain's brother. So that'll be fun. See you guys then. Later.